Hey, what's up, dearest wonderful people? It's Oliver here, and today, well, first of all, today, the hair's looking a little bit too crazy, so I think it's time for a haircut. Alright, look at that, so much better. Ooh, feels great. Oh yeah, the hair feels amazing. So, today, I just want to do a Q&A. I've received a lot of comments, and comments from a long time ago that I haven't answered, so today, I just want to film a Q&A video answering a bunch of questions, so I hope you guys enjoy. First question comes from Amar Ajub. Amar says, how do you find filming and editing on your phone? So I believe, yeah, that was on my Japan, the land of cheap and delicious food, where I filmed and edited that video completely on my phone. And filming on the phone is amazing. Only downside is it doesn't have a flip screen, but this camera is amazing. So many people say, oh, you need all these DSLRs, GoPros, yada yada, fancy cameras. But this thing is amazing. It shoots 60 frames per second at 1080p. My T5i doesn't even do that. And does slow-mo at, what is that, 240 frames per second? Amazing. But it's great for filming because with my T5i, it's big and bulky. And the settings are, well, first of all, it's small. It slides in my pocket. My T5i doesn't do that. Settings are all done by itself, so I don't really have to think about the settings at all. And the image is really nice. Editing is quite cumbersome. I much prefer editing on my laptop. Because the screen is so small, you can't really make super precise edits, and editing a video is all about precision and timing. So it's a little bit difficult to edit, but you know, if it's all you got, it's all you got, and it works really well. Think about this. Way back in the day, they had to literally cut film. So if filmmakers way back in the day could have something like this, it would just be insane. So don't let what's new, like the new tech, new awesomeness, make it seem like something like this, editing on something like your phone, is not worthy of a YouTube video, because it completely can film and edit a YouTube video. So, Amar, those are my thoughts on filming and editing on my phone. Next question comes from D-Man, who also says it seems that editing on the iPhone can take forever. Yeah, very true. On the laptop, it goes a lot more quickly. But D-Man's question is, how long have you become a pescatarian and why? I'm planning on making a full video about this, but pretty much for the animals, I just doesn't feel right taking creature life and just putting it in my own stomach. And also, for my own health, you can live your life without meat, and fruits and vegetables are a lot more healthy for you than meat. So for the animals, my own health, and the world. I'll talk about this more in the video I make about my pescatarianism, but if we use the resources that we put into animals like cows, and then we eat the cows, if we put those resources into growing crops, we could support a much larger population. So I'll go more in depth on that in a future video about pescatarianism and vegetarianism, but those are my rapid fire and quick thoughts on my pescatarianism. And actually, while I've been in Japan, I haven't been a pescatarian, and that's because I don't want to let the fact that not being able to have meat, I don't want that to hold me back from really experiencing Japanese food. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Alright, so thank you, D-Man, for the question, and if you're interested in more about my pescatarianism, stay tuned for that full-on video. Alright, next question comes from Guy Van Natta. You mentioned in a previous Q&A that your home is Louisville, Kentucky. True. I have a lot of aunts, cousins, etc. who live there as well. Did you film any of your videos there? So I'm looking at my channel here, and videos like my iMovie tutorial, GoPro session, wide-angle lens, short film plot structure, Happy New Year video, best foods, spreading Christmas cheer, those videos. So yeah, quite a few of my videos are filmed there. Thanks for asking. Second question from Guy Van Natta is, did it take any persuasion to get your friends, Jay, Luke, and Chris, to participate in your short films, or were they just as excited as you? It does look like they had fun doing it. Well, yeah, we all had fun doing it. It was awesome. It's always fun filming short films. But it didn't really take much persuasion when I asked, yo, Jay, do you want to be in this movie I'm making? He was like, yeah, sure. And pretty much same thing for Luke and Chris. Just asked them and they were down, and we filmed the short film. So it didn't take much persuasion, but in the end, we all had fun filming. But if you want your friends to be in your short film, but then they're like, no, I don't want to be in your short film, you gotta make there be a motive for them. You don't just want it to be like, oh, come be in this short film and you get nothing in return. You gotta make them want to do it. So maybe in the credits, like put their Instagram handle or something. Make there be something in it for them that it'll make them more inclined to help you out in your movie. So don't just always be thinking about yourself. Be thinking about what they could get out of it as well. Jake Truman asks. Jake asks, do you see yourself doing daily vlogs? I thought a sneeze was coming, but it didn't come. Do you see yourself doing daily vlogs anytime soon? Daily vlogs? No, not really, and here's why. as a watcher of daily vlogs, I feel like if you have too many videos from the same person, you're like, oh, this person again, and it doesn't make you really excited to watch the videos because I just watched a video yesterday. You don't really want your audience to get sick of it. You want them to be yearning for more videos, and then right when you upload a video, they'll be like, oh, Oliver's back, boom, click. But I feel like if you have too many videos, it'll be like, oh, Oliver again? I want every video the watcher watches to be like, I want them to be stoked and really happy to watch it. And then from a creator perspective, I think it's just too savage. I would totally get so stressed out about, oh, I have to upload a video tonight, and then I couldn't do something with my family. I just feel like it would kind of take over my life, and then I just think it's unhealthy for me. So right now, two-ish videos a week I think is good. Maybe 3 videos a week is still good, but I feel like daily vlogs, it would just take over my life too much. So to answer your question, Jake, no, I don't really see myself doing daily vlogs, and that's why. Thanks for the question. Jeff Ames asks, what is your favorite fish to eat? Well, fish, any kind of fish is pretty much awesome, just as long as it's not underdone or moldy, then I'm down to eat it. I guess my favorite is salmon, though. Salmon's pretty delicious. Kai Oliver Bonke? I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. Kai Oliver says, that's pretty nuts, your middle name is Oliver. How do you learn Japanese? Are you doing classes, or do you have a private teacher, or are you so genius by yourself? Well, I wouldn't say that I'm particularly genius, but here are the couple ways that I study and learn Japanese. First of all are through apps. There's an app called Mind Snacks Japanese, where it has all this different vocabulary and has a bunch of different games that you play to learn the vocabulary. And it makes it pretty fun. It only costs $5 for about 50 lessons. Each lesson has about 20 words or phrases in it. So pretty awesome way to learn. And I also use the software Rosetta Stone, which is pretty awesome. Something Rosetta Stone does that I haven't seen in other language learning softwares is that it doesn't tell you directly the direct translation. It gives you a picture. Why is that so awesome? Because in the actual scenario, in the actual situation where you would use the phrase Genki desu ka is when you're seeing someone and you're like, hey buddy, what's up? You want your mind to work like, I see this scenario and then I know what to say in Japanese, not I see this scenario, I know what to say in English, and then I know what to say in Japanese. So when you learn it, by learning it with the direct translation, your mind goes in those 3 steps. But if you learn it with a picture, seeing that scenario, then you learn it in just those 2 steps, which makes your Japanese brain or second language brain work a lot faster. And another way I learned Japanese is through the Japanese reality TV show called Terrace House. I talked about this in my vlog number 3 of Japan. And what I do is I watch the same episode over and over and over again until I can understand what they're saying without subtitles. And I think that's good because, as I said in vlog number 3, is that when you hear conversation in Japanese, in an actual real life conversation, because it's a reality TV show, you know that those are useful phrases. So that's a good way of learning Japanese, is hearing how it's used in the real world. And you can't get more real world than the real world, so being here in Japan and making conversation with our Japanese relatives is one of the best ways to learn Japanese, or just random people that I meet who are Japanese. Making conversation in Japanese in Japan is just, there's nothing else like it. It's amazing. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Sarah Graves asks, do you ever cringe watching old films, or even recent ones? For some reason, every time I try to make a film and show someone else, it just kills me a little inside. Killing you a little inside sounds quite extreme, but let me tell you my thoughts. So whenever I watch older movies of mine, I'm like, oh, that was so terrible. But in the moment when I was making it, I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. So I think how you should think about it is not, I was so terrible back then. I think you should think, oh my gosh, I was so terrible back then, and I've gotten so much better now. I've improved so much. And you're probably cringing because it was so terrible, but that shows that you've improved. That shows that your filmmaking has gotten better, or whatever skill you're working on. That shows you've improved. So don't think, it's so terrible, that sucks. Think, it was so terrible, and I'm improving. So thank you to that experience. I'm happy that I made that terrible movie because it led me to where I am right now. So that's my way of looking at it. Don't let it kill you inside. Just let it make it happy. Yeah, let it make it happy. Woo! The young filmmaker! What's up, Luther? Dude, this was brilliant. Once again, making me want to be homeschooled. 300 sub Q&A. Sorry I missed it for 300 subscribers. Anyways, what book are you reading now? Have you finished The 100-Foot Journey? Oh dear. So, I've not finished The 100-Foot Journey. Still, just have a tiny bit left. Almost there. And Luther asked that question before 300 subscribers, and now we're almost at 500 subscribers, so if he was wondering if I was finishing then, and I'm still not done now, that shows you I am a slow reader, but The 100-Foot Journey is a very challenging book. I mean, in all books that you read, there's new vocabulary, or should be new vocabulary, but this is just major, so much new vocabulary, it's insane. And it's set in France, so there are some French words too. Patrice, you'll be proud. But yeah, I should be done shortly. I am a slow reader. It's a really good book though. It's insane. It's insanely awesome. And Luther also says, do you have other social media? No, I do not. I'm pretty much just a YouTube guy. So yeah, just YouTube. There you go. Boom. Vajnov, I'm sorry, I really don't know. Vajnov asks, aren't you afraid that one day you will get so many comments that you won't be able to reply to them all? The channel is growing slowly but surely. I'm sorry. Thank you for the question. And yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed, but one of the things I try and do is respond to all my comments. I may have missed a couple here and there, but I think I'm pretty good at replying to a bunch of the comments that I get, because I feel like it's an important part of making YouTube videos, and it's one of my favorite part of making YouTube videos. The community we have here is just nuts. So having that interaction with you is just absolutely brilliant. But yeah, now I am getting a bunch of comments that it's getting a little difficult to reply to them all. I have accepted the fact that one day I won't be able to reply to them all, so gradually I'm replying to less and less, but I still take a lot of time out each day to reply to comments. Vaj also, it's so hot. In my Q&A, 300 subscriber Q&A, it was 51 degrees. Now it's around late 70s, around 80 degrees, so it's gotten a lot hotter. But Vaj also asks, what subjects are you finding to be most challenging in homeschooling apart from maths? Everything has its challenges here and there, but pretty much mostly math. I'm quite, not terrible, but I often find myself having challenges with math, and I'm technically in 9th grade, but I'm doing 8th grade math, so I'm not very good with math, but it is so fun when you're like, oh, that's how you solve the equation, and it just, mind blown. And Vaj says, how long does it take to edit a video? Well, it really depends on the video. But for a chatty talky video like this one, probably around an hour. And if it's a more vlogish kind of video where there's a bunch of music, transitions, and a lot more footage, like in my Ramen in the Mountains Epic Japan Adventure video, I had an hour and a half or hour and 40 minutes of footage to go through. So that obviously took a lot longer. That video probably took around 6 or 7 hours to edit. 6 hours? Probably around 6 hours to edit. So, and this one will probably take me around an hour. So it obviously depends on the video. So thanks for the question. And number 3, how come you are such an awesome person? I'm not sure if I would classify myself as awesome. I guess I'm halfway all right. But if you view me as awesome, which is awesome that you think I'm awesome, that's pretty nuts. But if you view me as that way, and you want to know why, maybe how you view me as awesome is that I'm happy and joyful. And I think how come I'm happy and joyful all the time is just living life to the fullest. When you go through your life, don't think about the things that you could worry about. Think about all the things you're grateful for. Just think about how happy you are to be alive. Life is great. And when you think about your problems, like, oh, my phone battery's dead and I didn't bring my charger, just remember, there are millions of people with a much worse life than you. So just be grateful for all the things you have in your life. And just be happy. Just be happy. I'm so happy right now. I literally cannot think of anything I have to worry about. Those are my thoughts on being happy, being joyful, and to you, Vaj, being awesome. So that's pretty nuts. And I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial on how to be happy. So, and last question comes from Sambo Jambo. What up, Sam? Sam says, yeah, I'm very happy for you. You make my day. I make your day? That is nuts. That's incredible. That's awesome. Question, where does all that joy come from, and who gave you the name Joyboy? Well, where does all that joy come from? I kind of just answered that in the previous question, just appreciating every moment and just living life to the fullest, just appreciating the gift to be alive. And where does my name Joyboy come from? Well, my brother Liam actually came up with it when I was making a Musical.ly account, which I never use anymore. I just thought Musical.ly, try it out, don't use it anymore. And I wasn't super into it, more into YouTube. Anyways, so when I was making my username, handle, whatever you call it, Liam suggested, since you're so joyful all the time, why not just call it Oliver the Joyboy? So my YouTube channel used to be called Oliver Clive, my name, but then changed it to Oliver the Joyboy because then it's more unique and kind of, when they just see my title, it gives people an insight into my personality kind of. So yeah, Liam came up with Joyboy, and I think it's a good fit because I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. I have no worries. If I think about anything I can worry about, I mean, I could die any second. A meteorite could fall on us any second. I mean, any minute, because we would see it coming. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Just life is great. Life is so good. Alright guys, that will bring our Q&A for today to a close. I hope you enjoyed and I hope it was fun for you learning more about me. And I really enjoyed answering your questions. Thank you so much for sending them in. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, respect your elders, have a euphoric rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.